Welcome back to Readings and Commentary with Insane Sam. These are readings from history, philosophy, poetry, just anything in the written word I like that I think you might like and I can share with you. Got the cowboy hat on because the Houston Rodeo is going on, and all the readings today are coming from a book called The Texas Trail Drivers, which has a bunch of stories written by the old-time cowhands that actually went up the trail back in those days. And today is a story by a guy named C.J. Rust from San Angelo, Texas. And it's just the sweetest little story he wrote that really has some implications for today. So it's called, What Has Become of the Old-Fashioned Boy? What has become of the old-fashioned boy that went in his shirt tail till 10 or 11 years old, that being about the only garment he possessed during the summer months? He could step up to an old rail fence, and if he could hang his chin on top of the rail, he would step back and leap over it, and his shirt tail would make a kind of a fluttering noise as he went over. What has become of the old-fashioned boy that used to run away from home on Sunday to the old swimming hole on the river 5 or 6 miles from home, where the alligators were lying around in the banks of the river, 7 or 8 feet long? And when he returned home in the evening, what has become of the old-fashioned mother that called him up for reckoning when she began to pry into his private affairs and became convinced that he was lying? When she got through with him, he went off behind the old ash hopper and got himself together as best as he could. Then he meditated and resolved to ask his mother's pardon, and the big swimming hole in the river was a closed matter. What has become of the old-fashioned boys and girls that danced on the square dance to the tune Cotton-Eyed Joe, Old Dan Tucker, Black Jack Grove, Hogs on the Cornfield, Crackling Hens, and the Old Gray Horse came tearing through the wilderness? What has become of the old-fashioned boy and girl that became one in wedlock when they went just across the spring branch from the old folks on the slope of the hill and built a house under the shadow of the old oak tree and raised a family and lived for God and humanity? Now, that was written in the 1880s. You know, we don't have that today. What happened to the old-fashioned boys and girls of the 50s or the 60s? Everything, the world is going on, and who knows whether it's for the better. But it's fascinating to me that back in even those times, people were wondering what was happening to the good old days that they got to experience when they were young. So with that, that's the end of today's reading. These readings come out every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on my YouTube channel, the Route 66 Party Guide. It has over 100 videos about Route 66 on there, and all these readings are videoed on there. Do me a favor, subscribe right now. Get your friends to go to the YouTube channel and watch it and subscribe. And with that, Insane Sam out.